Vitória Von Bentsen, da Dust2 Brasil. Tô aqui com o LNZ, jogador do Mibr. So first, you guys didn't play much in this tournament. You won the first game pretty easily, and then the second game, there was no game. But, how did it feel, playing here? You were eliminated in the last tournament, the last LAN you played in São Paulo. Did you feel any difference from then to now?
A bit hard to say because it was not really like maybe a full try-hard game from our side, since we were playing like a mixed team and the level was quite huge in difference. But it's okay. Like we still have to feel out a bit. It's new setups, right? So we just have to play more and get used to it.
And now you're going to play only on Saturday. What are your expectations? You still don't know who you're going to face, but playoffs are playoffs. Probably the better teams are going to qualify. Harder games. What do you expect?
Yeah, I think it will obviously be like a new experience, like playing a new team, especially for me, since I'm not used to the scene here. But I think I have good expectations from us. I know the level we can show, which we did in BetBoom, the other tournament in Sao Paulo. We didn't manage to win the final there because we basically had no practice and we didn't really get to talk through some maps. And now we got to talk a bit more of it, practice a little bit, and now you also get more experience from playing. So I think we have a good chance to win the tournament, but I don't want to go and say that we should because it's too early to say.
And I know it's still early days, but for you, how has it been? Already playing with Mibr. How has these first few weeks been?
No, it's been nice. I think we go along well with the team, with the personalities, and I enjoy it so far. I like being here in Brazil, but of course it's a bit different to be here on these smaller VRS lands compared to IM Chengdu and PGL Bucharest and stuff. But I have to adapt to it, and so far it's going good.
And on Mibr's last international roster, we know that communication was a little bit of a problem for them. And we also have heard that Venom Zero is struggling a little bit. His English is still not the best. How has this been for you guys, the communication?
So far, it's not really been a problem because I think it's different, talking English and playing with talking English. And Venom Zero is also taking English classes and talking more every day. So you can already tell by just 1 or 2 weeks that it's a lot better. It will take a bit of time, and I think so far it's been going really good, and we just have to help each other out and make it easier for us than just trying to speak the same way you would do in a Brazilian team, right?
And for you coming to Mibr, what made you want to come to a Brazilian team? It's a very big change from the other teams you've played for. What motivated this change?
I think when I got this offer, I was excited for it because I know the players are very talented, and I think there was a chance for me to kind of come in and maybe take a step down from heroic in level and try to build something up from the ground. And I also liked the coach Letny, that I knew him from before. I saw an opportunity to kind of reinvent myself and also get just put myself in a new environment so I can learn more and grow more, both as a captain but also as a in-game leader, right? And I think just we can make Mibr a team again that goes to all the big events, and that's kind of what we're trying to achieve here.
So what are your expectations, realistic expectations for this tournament, maybe until the first half of the year and for the season, the first half of the year and then the whole season?
The tournament itself, I don't really care too much about the wins. It's more about the VRS. So if we go all the way to the final again and we lose, it doesn't really make too much of a difference for me because we still haven't had too much practice. So we're basically in the same situation we were when we played the first LAN. And the goal for us is try to achieve as much VRS as possible so we can go to the bigger tournaments in Europe, right? And practice more there and boot camp there. And for me, it's not so much about the result, but it's more about the process because it takes time to build an international roster. And I've been part of it before, but in Europe. And I can only assume that it might take a bit of more time here as well, considering the communication.
And you think that this season the fans will see Mibr playing in the biggest stages, majors and other big tournaments like Esports World Cup? You think you guys are ready to already go to the highest level?
I would say we really want to be there and we work really hard. So I really hope that we can show the Mibr fans that we will be there. Obviously, I cannot promise anything, but if it's not done this season, then it's next season, and we will do everything that we can to achieve that.
And last question, I wanted to ask you, you guys were one of the favorites for qualifying to IM Rio, and I know it would probably mean a lot, MIBR being in the biggest tournament in Brazil, but you ended up losing to Shinden and you were eliminated. What happened? Because, you guys were the favorites, and I think most people expected you to win and qualify to the closed qualifier and then, to IM Rio. So what happened in that game?
I think we cannot really give any excuses, right? Because we lost the game. But it was a rough day since we played like one best of three right before that, and then we had completely different setups without warm-up. But I honestly think Shinden played very good. Like, I didn't expect them to play as good as they did, because I also didn't know them from before. And I think they had a lot of good momentum in that game, and I don't think we were quite ready like mentally to play that game, and they took advantage of it. So like, it was well played to them, like, really.
And now, do you think you guys are ready? I know the circumstances are different, but are you ready if you have another qualifier and everything like that? Do you think you guys mentally are there where you can beat any other team?
Yeah, I think so. I think we could show that in the Sao Paulo land that we could beat teams like Imperial without even practicing a map that they like to pick, and also like beating Legacy one time is something that I think we take with us, that we can do if we play at our best. And now getting more experience and like talking more about CS together will only make that not easier, but it will be more possible, right? So yeah,